In the life they've built for themselves in Forney, Mark and Sherry Elliott have had quite the adventure.
I went to live with my mom.
But not all of it an adventure.
It was a very dysfunctional home.
He remembers so fondly.
Extremely dysfunctional, and I leave it there.
Mark and his sister Shauna had different dads, but their mom would never really tell him.
Even last year,
who?
As my mom was on her deathbed, you know, I asked again, you know, Mom, are you sure? And she said, there is no one else it could be. But obviously my mom was still hiding something.
He can offer a smile a year after his mom's passing because of what happened next.
Begin your journey at Ancestry.com.
His wife bought him a DNA kit. They sent it in, then decided to take a small vacation.
We were literally between Houston and Galveston. I got a text.
Unusual names were showing up, ones he'd never heard before. But this one, Bewley, his older sister, somehow remembered.
Now, granted, this is the memory of a 4-year-old child. Yeah. She said, but I vaguely remember a man named Arlie Bewley dating Mom.
Text messages and emails zipped back and forth across the country, and within just a few days.
And we're sitting in the hotel room for our anniversary.
8:30 that night.
And my phone rings.
Yeah.
And he said, this is Arlie Bewley. You know, I'm supposed to call you. And what do you want? And I said, hold on.
Who told them, yes, he had been in Hobbs, New Mexico 52 years ago. And yes, he did date a woman named Ginger.
And he goes, well, what does Ginger have to do with this? And I said, well, I'm her son, and I'm not going to pull any punches, but I believe that you are my dad. And at that point, the phone got extremely silent. It's happy, you know, he was, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. He said, I'm an old man, oh boy.
What Arlie Bewley was able to say next was that he lived in Lufkin, 3 hours southeast of Forney. And he agreed to meet.
Knock, knock, Dad. How you doing?
But this is the Arlie Bewley they found, living alone, on disability, in a one-bedroom shack. Are you glad he found you?
How do I express that? It's probably the most wonderful thing that ever happened to me.
The same square chin, all that gray hair, and a paternity test proved Arlie Bewley was his dad. So do you like this guy, Arlie? Do you like him?
No, I don't. I love him. It's almost unbelievable. It's like a fantasy come true, really.
But now that Mark Elliott had found his dad, he simply couldn't leave him here.
And I had to work to get him out of that situation.
Which is why our next conversation was in the cab of a U-Haul truck.
Sometimes God gives you the ability to do something, and when he gives you the ability, what is your response? And if you put those two words together, you have responsibility.
Responsibility he wouldn't have to bear alone.
You know, how long did it take you to jump in and say, yeah, this is something we're going to help with?
About 30 seconds.
Because Brian Wilburn at Veterans Resource and Outreach Center of Rowlett learned that Arlie was a Korean War veteran. And after a few phone calls, Home Depot donated thousands in construction materials. Veterans motorcycle groups and others donated their labor. And in a few months, a one-room cabin took shape on Mark Elliott's 10 acres back in Forney.
All right, you ready to go in?
Arlie came home.
Here's your house. Welcome home, Dad.
On a Friday afternoon.
When I was totally without a family, I now have one, and it's such a blessing to know that you got some kind of a family. Had it not been for him calling me, I would have never known. I thank the Lord for bringing him into my life, and I'm very proud that he did.
That's something you want to do every day.
He served our country, and he deserves better than what he had.
There's a lot of really good people out there that want to give back to the veteran community. Thank you to them for a job well done.
When I say my prayer at night, my first thank you is for God for bringing me my son and his family.
And a family of strangers.
I agree.
Who banded together to bring him home.
Everything is awesome.
Now,
it's awesome.
In Forney, I'm Kevin Reese.